Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh and good day everyone. My name is Norizam bin Yusof and my team, Dr. Nur Eliana Ismail Tajuddin from University Sains Islam Malaysia. Today, I am presenting a research project called as a 3C, a real-time software engineering education tool for online teaching and learning. The outline of my presentation consists of 8 sections. It starts with the motivation and problems. For the motivation, we emphasize the SDLC because the SDLC is a basic understanding in the software engineering. All of students in the science and technology should know each of phases the SDLC, and the issue I would like to highlight here, a student could be hard to understanding the terms and the requirement of the SDLC. Due all of the courses were conducted through the online during the pandemic period, and also there were less of exposure to the practical and technical process. Therefore, a failure to understand the SDLC phase at the early will lead a failure to construct the system application. To tackle the issue, we have come out with the 3 objectives. The first one, to provide a real-time mechanism for early understanding of the SDLC model. The second one, we want to get the engaged student in a real-time practice the SDLC phase in the teaching and learning through the online. And the third, we want to make sure that the student will exposed to real-time environment tools. Okay, in this section, we want to use the pedagogy approach to support the self-teaching and learning principle due we are using the online teaching and learning. So, in the innovativeness section, the main concern here, we would like to provide a tool support to automatically validate each phase that comprises with the 4 elements. The first element called as the to automatically interact a student learn a SDLC phase in a real time. The second one, we want to make sure that our tool is an automated generate result of each phase in the SDLC in a real time. The third one, we want to make sure that our tool can be employed the model-based software setting we call as the MBST, and the test-driven development is a TDD with a 6 pattern library. And the fourth is to increase the quality of the phase of SDLC to support the teaching and learning. Therefore, a 3TC tool is developed and discussed in this section. Let's see our video tool demo. You need to click the new requirement. Then you need to take the requirement that you have a list of the requirement here. Then you need to insert the text box. Then you need to click the identify requirement. Then they will show you the 2 user requirement called as the register and also the login. Then you need to click the register, which is that identify the they will connect to the database design and also the code development. Here also you can see the testing part by click the button here, and for this one there you need to test this system by inserting the data. So at the same time there will once you register this button, they will show you the result for the testing result, which is that indicate that you are successful register. So in this tool also you can see the result for the test case, which is you have a successful register in the system. And also here once you click the another user requirement called as the login, so they will view you for the interface design phase, and also you can test the data for the incorrect data. For example, you can insert the failed data here, and then you need to click the login. Then after that they will show the failed login. Then this system, the TC tool also provide the testing data for the fail. At the testing, you can see the result for this is a failed data. Okay, let's say I want to login for the past data, I need to click again for the simulator, and then I need to log in for the correct data. And once I click the login button, then they will show the login successful, and my testing data or the test case provide the correct data, which is my data is a past data. And also here you also provide the documentation data. Our 3C tool is evaluated and tested by Tahmidi student of USIM that comprise in a 4 component of usability study. The first one is the usefulness, the second one is the ease of use, third is the ease of learning, and the fourth is the satisfaction. Based on the finding, we found that the majority of them were happy and satisfied with this 3 tool as shown is a figure. Another impact of teaching and learning, such as in the commercialization, our tool is able to commercialize in 2 areas. The first one in the education setting, for instance in a pre-university in Malaysia, matriculation or equivalence. Second, this tool is able to support a new beginner or novice in a software engineering. Therefore, all of these will assist a student in gaining a SDLC knowledge, skill and experience, as well as to support a Malaysia research output. Our achievement on this section, which is we have participated in the international conference called as the ICRES 2021. And for the conclusion, we believe that the 3C tool is developed that employ the MBST and TDD that able to improve the quality of teaching and learning, specifically for new pre-university students to understand the SDLC phase. However, our future works, we hope that this tool can provide more additional features to allow users more interact with our tool, specifically in interface design. I think that's all from me. I hope you can enjoy and have some knowledge about this research. I end this presentation with wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.